Hi there, I'm Daphne Walbridge from the First Year Principal, and welcome to this new series called Leadership Journeys. So Leadership Journeys is a bit of a longer coaching video where I'm going to go into greater depths into certain topics that I think are relevant for new and aspiring principals, as well as seasoned educational leaders. So today we are going to be talking about the role of the principal and whether or not you are ready to embark on this journey. Are you ready to be a principal? So that's what we're talking about today. So this lesson is based on wisdom teachings, and my wisdom teacher is Dr. Shefali. I've spoken a lot about her throughout my videos, and I post a lot about her and her insights and wisdom, and she's been a great source of inspiration for me, and she's guided me through my leadership journey as well. So I'm going to put a link to her website and her resources in the description box of this video as well, so you can check out her work. So today we're going to talk about whether or not you're ready to be a principal, and I'm going to walk you through what Dr. Shefali taught me and her class, and this is wisdom, so this is nothing unique to her, but the way she presents it is quite beautiful, and I thought I would do the same here with you, because this is a question I know many of you who are aspiring to be principals are asking yourselves this time of year too. So right now you might be thinking, am I ready to take this next step? So we're going to go through 4 phases, and the first phase is called the form phase. So on the form level, are you ready to be a principal? Now, what does that mean? Well, on the form level, you need to check to see, do you have, if you have children, are they of the age that they can be okay if mom or dad who takes on this new role will be able to be a bit more independent, because this role will be demanding and will sometimes ask of you to be at school a little bit later and have extra meetings and stuff. So is your family dynamic able to support this type of change? So the form level is really what's tangible, what you can see. It's like getting the technicalities out of the way. Okay, do you have time to focus on being a principal? Or do you have a lot of hobbies, or do you have other involvements in your life that would make it difficult to invest this time? So for example, are you always training to be a triathlete or a marathon runner, or do you have another business, for example, a side hustle, which makes it difficult for you to be more focused on your career at this point? Okay, so this is the form level. You need to check in with your partner if you have one. Is it something that your dynamic, your family, your household can accommodate? Because there will be a shift in the household. So it's a conversation you need to have with your children, your spouse, your better half, your partner, and to see if it fits. Okay, that's the form level. Next is the psychological level. Now the psychological level, once you're done with the form and you say, okay, I've checked off the boxes, I'm good on the form level, you go to the psychological level. And the psychological level is when you start seeing, okay, if I get criticism, because we all do, especially when we're in leadership positions, if I see something on social media that criticizes my leadership, or if I get bad feedback, or if I start to question myself, if my ego is easily hurt, am I okay with this, and do I have the skills and the tools to overcome this type of resistance and this type of psychological challenge? Because there's a lot of issues on the psychological level when you're in a leadership role. So you really need to make sure that you have the tools, the strategies, the techniques to get you through those muddy waters. And watching videos like this is a sign that you are tooling up and that you are looking to improve your skills. So that's a plus in that column. Okay, so psychological, it has to do with the ego. Is your ego strong enough to withstand challenges, criticism, things like that? elements that are out of your control, that you need to be agile and pivot. Okay, that's the psychological level, because the role of the principal is that there's never one day that's the same, and you're under constant scrutiny and attack sometimes, you know, because it's not an easy profession, but it is a rewarding one. It's a beautiful career, but you need to be ready for it. That's the psychological. Now you're getting into the spiritual. So the spiritual, you're looking at whether your goals and your aspirations will be able to help you move through the more difficult times. If you are equanimous and you're zen with whatever comes your way, and you are strong within your why, you know why you're doing this. You have a vision, you have a mission, and you know how to get people on board, and you are holding tight to that North Star and to that compass. So that's when, you know, you've passed on, you've gone through the psychological, your ego's in check, you have the tools and strategies, and now when the times get tough, you also have the strategies to go back to your North Star, to go back to your reason why you're there, and to keep going. Okay, and it takes a lot of strength, because sometimes it's so challenging that you really need to be able to tap into why you're doing this. Okay, so that has to be super solid, because they're going to ask you too in the interview, why do you want to be a principal? And when you have that compass, that North Star, and that's really aligned with your values, then you're golden. The last one, which is transcendental, it's you know, whatever it takes. Now this is like the ultimate level, and we rarely get there, but that's okay. Okay, as long as you get past the psychological and you tap into the spiritual, you're golden. But if you go to the next level, which is the transcendental, then you're really you're going there because you're clear on your goals, your values are aligned, and you're not attached to the outcomes, you're not attached to the title, you're not attached to anything. You're just there to show up authentically, to be of service, and to fully immerse yourself into the process. So you're kind of like floating above it all. No matter what happens, whatever comes your way, whatever challenges, you are fully zen and at peace, and you know why you're there, and you feel authentic in your role, you feel like you belong, and you're very grounded. Again, that's the aspirational, that's what we all want. It's rare that we get there because we are human beings, we are flawed, it's normal. But like I said, if we get through the first levels, so the form base, the psychological, and we tap into the spiritual, you're really golden. Okay, if you can really figure your way through these steps. This is a great journaling exercise. I encourage you to journal and to reflect on this, and remember that you can tap into, you know, just because you've covered the form and the psychological, it doesn't mean that you don't go back into the different levels. Okay, you can kind of go back and forth, because life is never the same. You don't know what's going to happen. So it's normal to tap into form again, to review, okay, am I still okay? And then go back to the psychological. You're going to tap back into the psychological a lot, because our ego lives there, and our ego gets attacked, and it's fragile, but we need to tame it. We need to call things out and say, okay, I got you, I know what to do. And then you go back to the spiritual and try to tap into the transcendental. Okay, so this is more of a kind of an abstract video I'm showing today. It's kind of like, this is wisdom. It's not for everyone, but it is a great way to make any decision, not just the role of the principal, right? It's for any decision in your life. So is the form-based level taken care of? Is the psychological level done? Is the spiritual? And can I tap into the transcendental? So again, I'm going to put the link to Dr. Shefali's work there. I'm also going to put links to the online Leadership Academy if you want to get some courses under your belt and you want to deepen your knowledge. I have lots of great courses I offer and some books and all kinds of great resources. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and to ring the bell for notifications so you know when I post. So welcome to Leadership Journeys. I'm happy you're here with me. Bye for now.